Hello everyone, today is Monday, July 28th, 2025. It's Movement Monday with Gordon from Unlock Your Bioenergy. And today's subject, we're going to talk about lymphatic system part 2. Reason being because on Feel It Friday, or it was Sunny Saturday, I talked about the lymphatic system in fairly good detail. And today I'm going to expand a little bit further with regards to what I shared that day. So without further ado, we're going to start with this guy here.
Trust me.
And let's try this again.
Scans when you've got cancer.
Okay.
Trust me, most people think I'm crazy for doing this during brain cancer until they saw my scans. When you've got cancer in your brain, you can't afford weak cells or low energy. So yes, I use PEMF therapy directly on my head. I put the coil right where the tumor was removed. Why? Because PEMF charges your cells like a battery, restoring voltage, improving blood flow, and supporting mitochondrial repair. And in the brain, that means better circulation, reduced inflammation, more oxygen, and enhanced detoxification. It's not voodoo, it's voltage, and when your cells have power, they can heal. I still use it today, especially after hyperbaric oxygen therapy, red light, or detoxification sessions. This coil helped turn survival into transformation. If you want my entire healing protocol, the one that I use to overcome stage 4 brain cancer, simply comment protocol below. I'll gladly send it to you for free. Once again, thank you for joining me on this journey. I love you all so much. Trust me, most people think I'm crazy.
So this gentleman here, he talks about PEMF therapy. So basically it's like using frequency to shake the molecules inside his head to separate the cancer cells. And this is something that has been talked about in the frequency community with regards to how to attack those cells from a non-invasive way. Essentially, with the frequency that goes through and attacks those cells, breaks them apart. And this stems from two music professors that studied the effects of frequency on cells in the United States. And this happened about 10, 12 years ago. And since then they kind of disappeared. And rightfully so, because they released information that they had researched themselves after hundreds of hours of experiments, and they found some results. With that, it's paving the way with regards to how people are thinking about how to heal themselves. And this gentleman here, Dr. Pete Sulack, is one of those people. He talks about the protocol and with regards to things that he has done to help his body heal itself. And the next
The average cancer patient has a
video
vitamin D level of just 14 nanograms per milliliter. That's not just low, it's dangerously deficient. But here's what they don't tell you. For cancer recovery, you don't just need to be normal. You need to be in therapeutic range of 70 to 100 nanograms per milliliter. Why? Because vitamin D3 isn't just a vitamin, it's a hormone that regulates over 3,000 genes. Boosts immune T-cell activation, inhibits angiogenesis, promotes cancer cell apoptosis, and supports your train at the deepest level. When I was first diagnosed with a grade 4 diffuse astrocytoma brain cancer, I didn't just take a multivitamin, I made vitamin D a daily intentional therapy. I got sunlight, I took high-dose vitamin D3 with K2, and I tested often because if your vitamin D is low, your immune system is low, and cancer doesn't wait. If you want my entire healing protocol, the one that I use to overcome stage 4 brain cancer, simply comment.
So he talks specifically about vitamin D activating things inside the body. Is there a connection to the X39? I don't know, but if you have an environment that is difficult for you to get exposure to the sunlight, this is why I talk about and have written previously with regards to where do you live. I asked the question, where do you live? Do you live in an environment like this guy where he has the opportunity to expose himself to the sunlight every single day? And if you are in certain environments, such as working night shift, do you have the opportunity to expose yourself to that sunlight? Unless you're sleeping in the sunshine during the day, then perhaps you may be, but most people are somewhat afraid of burning, because if you sleep, you're tired, sleep 6 hours underneath the sun, is that going to be too much light exposure? Well, probably for most people, but especially if they don't build up the tolerance. So, which brings me to my second point. Where do you live? Can this tool be helpful for you to increase that opportunity of producing those cells that this guy talks about inside your body, so that way you can reap the benefits from it and heal yourself? Is it guaranteed? No, not guaranteed. But is it a step in the right direction? Well, you be the one to decide. Because there are ways I think we can help ourselves if you make perhaps a decision to help yourself. Without saying. So, which brings me further to my next point with regards to water. As part of the pieces of the puzzle, 114-degree bond angle water has been studied that, and it improves the blood quality inside your body. Which will bring me to my next